Good morning and welcome back to the Mayhem. So in this video what I'm going to be showing is the Y-axis assembly. That is the base of the printer and how this gets put together. So you've seen me take the printer apart and now obviously I've put it back together. So in this video I'll show how I get from all of the little pieces back to this main structure. But I printed a really fun thing last night. I wanted to share it with you guys. This is called a two-way screw, meaning that it can screw in clockwise and counterclockwise. Here's one of the nuts that goes on it. Keep track. So I'm going clockwise. Now here's the other one, and it tightens counterclockwise. It's a little screwy, don't you think? Alright, let's get on to the printer. What you can see here is that I've got the feet here. I accidentally printed an extra one of these pieces by mistake, so won't need one of those. There's the bed piece. There's where the bearing goes. This is a little piece that goes behind the motor and helps secure the motor. And then this is for the power supply to mount on. Okay, so that's that one. Then we're going to do the same thing on this one. So you can see here how I'm measuring it. So from there out to there, that's pretty much there. Okay, so that one's set. We'll make okay. It's going to be to this flange here, out to here. Okay. All right, now that one's off. That one's out of square. Again, that's out. Alright, so I'm going to hold that one, run this in. I guess it doesn't really matter. The symbol's just like this. And then we'll go washer, washer. Alrighty. Symbol the Y-axis, stage front. So this is the rear. This is going to be the front. Okay. So on this one, washer. Alright. Get in there, find your home. Okay. Goes like that. This is like that. Now, see what I mean about the whole squareness thing, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and loosely attach
this stuff and then we'll adjust it around. I'm going to try and get everything as close as I can on the measurements. That's pretty good there. That's pretty tight there. Pretty tight there. Pretty tight there. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that everything's good and tight. That's awesome. Okay, now we're on this side here. What we want to do is set this up to be 65 inches or 65 millimeters from here. .65 is right there. So we'll take this, tighten this up. So that should be 65. And it is. That means that the other side will be 68. And it is. Awesome. It's nice how math works. Alrighty. And then on the back side here, so make sure we got that tight. I think we did. Okay. On the back side, this one is gonna be 65 from this side to here. So go back in to 65. Oh, nailed it. Whoa. Let me double check that. Yep, that's right. 65. So we're way off on that one. Wowzers. Okay, that's right about there. Maybe just a hair more. Okay. Now I'm going to crank this top one down and let the bottom one float. Okay. Double check. That should be 65. And it is. Okay, I'm going to bring, since these are squeezed together, I'm going to bring this over, touch. I'll bring this one in and I'll tighten it. Okay, all right, so that's got that. This. Flip it, and then place this there. It Shouldn't cause any interference, they say. That's actually pretty darn close. These rods, now these are old rods, so we're going to be doing away with them. Put them in here and get the length set. That's actually pretty darn tight there. This one, same deal. However, this one, I've got a bit of a gap here. That one's pretty good there. This one. That one's pretty good there. Okay. Now, the instructions have us installing these bearings. Well, these bearings, they're already installed, but I'm going to replace these bearings with new bearings. So I'm going to go to my kit here. I need 1, 2, 3 bearings. Then I'm going to loosen these and then put the new bearings in. I believe these are 5.5 millimeter. You usually have a good pair that's just kind of hanging around. Okay, so there's one bearing. I'm going to put it in this box over here with some other old bearings. All right. Each of the bearings has rollers in them. So, see the rollers there? So those rollers are going to go against the surface there. You can't really see it when I do it, but trust me, I'll line it up and get it just right. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm pressing on it with my thumb. Okay, I got a little bit of a gap there, a little bit of a gap there. So I'm going to tighten it up, kind of even like. Just till it touches. And that one, just a little bit. I'm going to get this centered up in the slot. Okay, it's a little loosish. Okay, so I'm going to get it just a little bit tighter. Not terribly tight. Okay, just like that. The trick on these is that you don't want to crush the cage. If you crush the cage, it's going to squeeze the shaft, and then it's going to hang up. So you just get it barely there, barely tight. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing on these. Yep, now we're going to give it a little bit of a turn. Oh. That's it. Done. Dealio. We're going to go back to this, and they want us to install the idler. This is an idler. This is not one that we're going to install. We are going to install the brand new ones. So we got brand new idlers. Washer. Well, going to go idler. Touch. So what we've done is we've tightened the idler up, this washer to touch, that washer to touch. Let's see, where is our Y motor? Ah, I got lucky. So the motors are marked with little markers on them. So this is the Y motor. So it wants us to take the Y motor, put it here, and find out where this piece is going to be. And this piece is going to go pretty much right there. Right there. Installed. Okay. The way I installed that, I've got this little cutout here, right there. The reason I did that is because I'm going to have the wire come out, so I need a place for the wire to go. Alright, M10s for now. The M10s are going to go into here. One's there, the other's on the bottom. Show you that here in a second. One's there, just like that. Okay, now we're going to put our Y motor and just like this, we'll start the one. Okay, so the end stops are here. So here's an end stop. It gets installed here. There is a divot right here that the switch gets installed towards, like so. You can tell by the way this wire runs, it's going to run down into here. Oh, alright, I'm about to call it quits for the evening. I'm going to get this switch installed and call it a night. Alright, so this piece, we're going to have a couple of fasteners and install into here. Find that hole there, get that started. Now this is just threading in. Don't want to kill it, just get it snug. Okay, make sure the switch ain't going anywhere. That's it.
Alrighty, so I'm cutting the video off here. I went ahead and edited the whole thing, and turns out it was over 40 minutes long. So instead of doing that, I decided to break it in half, and this seemed like a good place to stop. So this was part 1. Hang on for part 2. That'll be out in 3 days. I hope you're enjoying this so far. It's a very detailed process, but it's quite rewarding, especially when you fire the printer up and everything works beautifully. So anyway, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for hanging out in my mayhem. And you guys have a great day.